Welcome back to our channel where we share updates and untold stories about Catherine, Princess of Wales, and her royal family. Today we bring you some news. William and Catherine reveal Prince Louis's great transition at his 7th birthday. Reports indicate that Princess Catherine and Prince William shared a new photograph of Prince Louis in celebration of his 7th birthday. Prince William takes pride in Prince Louis's adaptation. Prince William and Princess Catherine elucidate the reasons for their preference for Prince Louis as their favorite child. Their generation, in contrast to ours, grew up in a society that more openly acknowledges mental health issues. This model has advantages and disadvantages. Prince William and Kate Middleton were distressed by Prince Louis's abrupt transformation. The complexities of this transformation remain unclear, but it has impacted the royal family. Investigate the reasons for Prince Louis's transformation as we delve into the narrative. Louis, the vivacious prince, delighted in playing pranks and frolicking, in contrast to his solemn brothers. His transformation has caused his parents distress. On April 23, 2018, the Globe celebrated the arrival of Louis, a new royal infant. He was born in St. Mary's Hospital in London, similar to his older siblings. His parents exuberantly introduced him to society, anticipating that he would conform to the royal family's ideals. Nonetheless, Louis showed defiance from the beginning. Louis contributed uniqueness and dynamism, while George and Charlotte adhered to the regulations and exhibited assurance. While his siblings posed meticulously, Louis was animated and spontaneous, complicating family photographs. He transformed formal circumstances into his playground by being in constant motion. His parents struggled to reconcile his independent nature with royal expectations in private, although the people accepted him wholeheartedly. This was particularly evident during the Platinum Jubilee celebrations, when Louis captivated attention with his antics, while the others of the family conducted themselves with regal decorum. Louis amused internet viewers with his antics. His parents appreciated his vigor, but were apprehensive about his ability to navigate royal life. An unforeseen event occurred as Louis underwent a transformation. He progressively posed for photographs with more composure and fewer vocalizations. The agitated child seemed more composed in public. Louis's erratic conduct astonished Prince William and Kate. This transition included Louis's domestic behavior as well as his public engagements. He remained animated and engaged. However, his vitality shifted. The turmoil in their residence seemed to have diminished. Kate reflected on the instances when Louis would sprint across the grounds, and she saw that she may have neglected them. Despite William conveying to her that this shift was an aspect of maturation, he encountered the same emotions. Chasing their youngest, who chuckled along the castle corridors, seemed to be vanishing. What is the reason for this? Examine Prince Louis's demeanor before his transformation. His public engagements depicted the royal family as a vibrant, cohesive unit that experiences joy, humor, and challenges of parenthood. His emotional response to the flypass and candid interactions with families during the Platinum Jubilee attracted notice, as did his microphone incident. He embodied unrestrained boyhood on the balcony, shielding his ears, finding solace on his grandfather's knee, and displaying shock, disgust, and many emotions in reaction to the cacophonous aircraft. Louis's efforts infused a formal setting with energy and fun, without detracting from the event. These occurrences demonstrate the royal family's management of public relations. William and Kate have achieved an equilibrium between royal traditions and allowing their children to show individuality. Louis is guided gently at public engagements without reprimand or suppression of his enthusiasm, exemplifying a parenting style that fosters individual expression while honoring royal responsibilities. This equilibrium enables the family to convey a modern, relevant image while preserving their dignity. Camilla's reaction to Louis's hasty actions demonstrates the monarchy's capacity for adaptation. Her response, which seamlessly combined humor, tolerance, and grace, demonstrated how the establishment can manage instability. She relished the event, alleviating any discomfort and enhancing the royal family's growing reputation. Camilla's capacity to integrate tradition with contemporary characterizes her role as queen consort. These events serve as a reminder that the monarchy comprises actual individuals, often concealed by antiquated regulations and protocols. When Louis exhibits playfulness, audiences see the authentic essence of childhood, curiosity, joy, and contentment that resonate universally, irrespective of social standing. This public engagement sustains the monarchy's allegiance and significance, particularly in the face of rapid change. These humorous interludes offset royal responsibilities. They demonstrate that humor and genuine emotions can harmoniously coexist with tradition. Louis's exuberance enhanced the event's themes of unity and philanthropy by highlighting the little pleasures that connect individuals. His motions exquisitely embody the exuberant atmosphere. As the royal family adapts to 21st century conditions, these episodes are anticipated to influence public perception more significantly. They enhance the monarchy's image by demonstrating warmth and approachability. Louis, known for his exuberant personality, has spearheaded this transformation, demonstrating that traditional institutions can embrace enjoyment. Prince Louis is esteemed among royals due to his captivating grin, modesty, and affinity for fans. The offspring of Prince William and Princess Catherine often participate in royal engagements. He is fourth in the line of succession to the British throne, behind Prince William, Prince George, and Princess Charlotte, and is beginning to comprehend his position. During the July Trooping the Color event, Louis impressed with a tie and jacket reminiscent of royal attire, demonstrating maturity beyond his age. His composure at the coronation of his grandfather, King Charles III, was the pinnacle of the event. This has created the prospect that Louis may assume increased responsibilities at the next royal events, following his older brother George. Note that Louis, a 5-year-old, sometimes participates in formal ceremonies despite his royal status and impending responsibilities. He is recognized for his comical emotions and innovative greetings with the crowd. He finds prolonged church services challenging, a sentiment that is justifiable as King Charles experienced the same throughout his youth. His Majesty's sorrow in certain footage of Queen Elizabeth's second coronation indicates a mutual discontent with Princess Anne. Numerous commentators have compared Louis to a youthful sovereign during this discourse. Besides their physical resemblance, they possess a deep familial bond, and Louis is named Louis Arthur Charles. Both capitalize on opportunities to engage in conversation or embrace. When he was distressed by Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee, Louis sought comfort from his beloved grandfather, and they had a delightful time at the event. Furthermore, little Louis's antics captivated the crowd. The behavior of a youth of his age, especially when he seemed unruly under Catherine's supervision, may be scrutinized. Catherine addresses these circumstances with optimism. She reassures Prince Louis with extra pillows and reads to him when the lengthy concert becomes tedious. Louis may consistently seek assistance from his elder siblings. Have you contemplated the reasons behind his happiness and carefree demeanor as a child? Louis cherishes visiting his maternal grandparents, Carol and Michael Middleton, to evade his royal upbringing. The tranquil environment of their Berkshire home allows Louis to enjoy his youth. Carol fosters Louis's creativity in baking and crafts. Louis has a sense of security due to Michael's composure. King Charles III reconciles his royal duties with youth by engaging in nature walks and spending time with his grandfather. Charles dedicates time to his grandchildren, particularly the spirited Louis, despite his demanding schedule. Their discussions often focus on the king's passion for nature and environmental conservation. They exchange narratives on horticulture, afforestation, and ecological conservation. Louis's familial recollections, which amalgamate enjoyment and education, enhance their intimacy. Princess Charlotte adeptly mentors Louis inside the royal family. Charlotte, at 8, successfully balances her youthful innocence with her responsibilities as an older sister. Her composure and empathy are evident in public, as she adeptly channels Louis's energy. During Kate Middleton's Christmas Carol service, Charlotte provided assistance to her younger brother, enhancing his confidence throughout the evening. Charlotte responded gracefully and adeptly to Louis's playful effort to extinguish her light, demonstrating her affectionate sisterly poise. Since childhood, the two have had a tight relationship. A touching photograph of Charlotte embracing newborn Louis on her 3rd birthday illustrates her enduring fondness for him. They now possess a vibrant friendship characterized by enjoyment, humor, and shared experiences. Charlotte's inherent leadership and Louis's enthusiastic backing build a robust connection that intensifies daily. Prince George and Louis have a more relaxed connection, while Charlotte assumes a guiding role. At the age of 10, George, the eldest sibling, is both loving and vivacious. The brothers now engage in nocturnal snacks and innocuous pranks inside a close, pleasurable connection. George and Louis mutually elevate one another, creating extraordinary encounters that strengthen their fraternal bond. Louis's exuberance at Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee captivated the crowd, but George remained vigilant for any potential disturbances. These occurrences illustrate George's increasing responsibilities and his pleasure in his brother's vitality. Louis's revitalized enthusiasm for drumming demonstrates his boundless energy beyond familial events. The vibrant rhythms from his percussion apparatus bring joy to their residents, which entertains Prince William. Louis engages in play with exuberance, while Charlotte observes with a mix of discontent and affection, and George remains composed but wants to participate. The siblings support and motivate one another as a cohesive unit. What changed Prince Louis? Observe to ascertain. Despite their son's progress, it evoked a sense of loss. Although they equipped him for his forthcoming responsibilities, the change occurred prematurely. What precipitated this transition? Had he matured and ceased to be carefree? Or had the demands of royal life ensnared him? Was he aware of people's perceptions of him and made a conscious decision to modify his behavior? Or did this occur naturally? The public saw the child's metamorphosis from exuberant to subdued. Was this a transient phase or an indication of a more significant problem? He may have been instructed to modify his conduct due to the unacceptability of his previous activities. Was the relinquishment of uniqueness for the sake of duty an unavoidable consequence of royal upbringing? Kate, an involved mother, grappled with this transition. She always advocated for a joyful and liberated upbringing, integrating royal responsibilities with youthfulness. She now saw one of her children conforming to the archetype she had opposed. William was concerned about imposing discipline on his child, but at what cost? Was he cultivating or diminishing his uniqueness? All children undergo changes, but the transformations of royal children are more pronounced. Despite the trip's potential for distinction, many were astonished by the sudden alteration. His parents had always balanced tradition and progress. However, they now confronted their most formidable challenge, assisting their child in preserving his uniqueness while meeting societal expectations. The vivacious kid who invigorated royal assemblies was transitioning into a more subdued realm. The year that changed everything. Royal life may seem idyllic. However, the palaces and ceremonial events are like any other setting. Examine the Cambridge family in 2020, isolated in Anmer Hall, among a transforming world. The deferral of significant royal engagements and ceremonial appearances resulted in Prince William, Kate and their children encountering unforeseen isolation. Amidst global upheaval, William and Kate derived joy from their youngest child, who introduced both disorder and exhilaration to Anmer. The transition from royal responsibilities to full-time parenting was challenging, relinquishing sticky hands, scattered toys, and several outdoor activities with their youngest child. In spite of the global catastrophe, the youngest family member relished every moment, oblivious to its seriousness. His exuberant and jubilant spirit transformed video calls into boisterous arenas of laughter, while his older siblings adapted to the new normal with composure. The family honored healthcare providers during the Clap for Carers campaign, with their youngest child captivating attention with his infectious excitement and authentic presence. Notwithstanding his interruption, the family enjoyed the outdoors at Anmer Hall, pursuing the youngest explorer's bug and leaf expeditions. George was the responsible elder sibling, while Charlotte enjoyed the escapades. Yet the youngest child elicited pure juvenile joy, challenging boundaries and interrogating assumptions. Kate captured the family's humble celebration of Louis's second birthday during the pandemic with authentic, candid photographs that resonated with the viewers. Louis's exuberance and chaos evoked reflections on the passage of time and the fleeting nature of infancy. Louis's vibrant demeanor and talent for capturing attention made a significant impression on royal family enthusiasts, despite his few public appearances. Certain royal enthusiasts see parallels between him and his grandmother Diana, known for her free-spirited nature. Yet as 2020 concluded, global society was adapting to a new normal, a transition the Cambridge family was also experiencing. The resumption of royal duties was inevitable, yet William and Kate relished the unforeseen opportunity to spend time with their children, allowing them to exist as a family free from scrutiny or stress. During the summer of 2022, the world anticipated the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, a magnificent commemoration of her 70 years of reign. Traditionally, the royal family positioned themselves on the balcony of Buckingham Palace and greeted the crowd below with waves. George and Charlotte exhibited regal elegance and impeccable manners. Nonetheless, Louis captivated the audience once again. Louis' spontaneous performance astonished many, in contrast to the composure and sophistication shown by the other family members. His exaggerated reactions to the Royal Air Force flyover, expressive facial gestures, and unrestrained enthusiasm made it an online sensation. Notwithstanding the stringent protocols of royal life, the youngest Cambridge prince demonstrated that some elements, like a child's boundless energy, remain unmanageable. Louis positioned himself between his parents, eyes wide and hands clasped over his ears as the airplane roared above. His countenance revealed both shock and anguish. It was an impromptu moment that revealed genuine emotion, despite the royals' refinement. Kate and William exchanged glances as the crowd lauded their youngest child. A child's reaction became the most discussed aspect of the Jubilee. Let us not pretend that this was only a charming juvenile exhibiting amusing facial expressions. We meticulously organized every aspect of this event. However, we were unable to control a 4-year-old exhibiting his own will. His unfiltered responses, exaggerated gestures, annoyance, and lack of interest in lengthy lectures enhanced the authenticity of a formal setting. His unrestrained behavior was invigorating. Royal protocols could not suppress his innate enthusiasm, and the online community embraced it. His older siblings chuckled as he articulated his ideas, knowing that they would not escape repercussions. He then conversed animatedly with his great-grandmother, the Queen, as if restrictions were inapplicable to him. Each event was recorded, shifting the focus from a monarchy to a fundamental aspect often neglected. These individuals remain children. A young prince's deviation from customs, although in subtle manners, made him a star at the celebration. Behind the scenes, his parents were managing parenthood with royal responsibilities as the world reveled in his antics. Kate needed to balance urging her children to embrace their roles with allowing them to express their individuality. She elucidated the long reign of their great-grandmother and its historical significance for hours before the Jubilee. One may impart only a limited amount of information to a youth before their attention wanes. No amount of rehearsed comments could alter Louis's reluctance to remain. Louis's jovial pleasure had assumed more importance. Prince Louis recognized his notoriety from his childhood. William and Kate said that managing their young children at significant events was challenging. Preparing for royal responsibilities was one thing, but involving a 4-year-old in official affairs was quite another. Observing their youngest child navigate an environment markedly unlike a conventional upbringing, they contemplated the extent of his comprehension. Observing his ascension to his role was poignant, as they recognized that his youthful liberty would be irrevocably lost. The Jubilee weekend was characterized by royal visits and widespread acclaim. Social media disseminated his acts, with some applauding him as a novel shift and others deriding his defiance. Internet memes portrayed him as a whimsical childhood icon. The royal family, often criticized for their aloofness, adopted a more approachable demeanor. Individuals concentrated on a young child enjoying themselves, rather than on eloquent talks or elegant attire. We observed the authenticity of individuals' warmth and feelings. It demonstrated to Kate and William that unplanned moments had the greatest significance. Their children were typical youths raised under public scrutiny, not aristocrats. The Jubilee represented the youngest child's first encounter with his impending duty, regardless of his preferences. Normalcy resumed for the Cambridge family after the summer. However, a transformation had occurred. The youngest, formerly regarded as the infant, unexpectedly attained fame. He has a charismatic personality and aspired to leave a lasting impact. Occasions such as the family Christmas promenade highlighted his transformation. He adeptly engaged with the audience, demonstrating a revitalized comprehension of his public persona. In contrast to the agitated child at the Jubilee, he now comprehended his civic responsibility. Kate felt a mix of pride and nostalgia as her child matured. Both George and Charlotte transitioned from innocence to wisdom. However, the youngest's experience was distinct. He could have been her last child, or his vivacious disposition conflicted with royal standards. Regardless of his mother's preparedness, he demonstrated adaptability. His alterations were more evident at home. His unquenchable curiosity and vigor persisted, leading him to spend hours investigating the natural environment around their residence. He derived pleasure from climbing trees and seeing nature. In contrast to his more restrained siblings, his audacity and inquisitiveness both exhausted and pleased his parents. Kate discovered him transforming their table into an art station on a rainy day, with paint on his hands and a cheerful smile. He said that his artwork was the finest in the world when prompted. Kate then realized that, despite his royal fate, he would always possess an unrestrained joy that set him apart. He developed to ascertain his role in a perfect cosmos, rather than to emulate others. His candor captivated several others. His royal rank will provide unique challenges in the future. Notwithstanding royal attempts to change him, Louis will stay authentic to his essence. Notwithstanding his birth into one of the most monitored families globally, he refuses to acquiesce. He opposes consistency and values genuineness, as shown consistently. Westminster Abbey hosted a carol service illuminated by its Christmas lights on a cold December evening. An astonishing event stunned the British royal family and guests. Prince Louis, recognized for his vigor and optimism, played a pivotal role in the surprise. Louis proudly displayed his homemade card by a compassion tree. Kate organized an event with a compassion tree adorned with handcrafted notes of gratitude to promote kindness and appreciation. Louis sent a heartfelt letter expressing gratitude to Kate's parents, Carol and Michael Middleton, for their engagement in games with him, commending their charm from Berkshire. Louis's message was kind and amiable. Nonetheless, a visitor questioned the lack of Queen Camilla on his card. Louis remarked that she communicated with the frankness of a little child. Louis disclosed that Camilla had deceived him in their interaction, labeling him as disagreeable and requesting his departure, which rapidly deteriorated the ambiance. Her solitude and absence of social interaction drew his interest, typical of youth. Kate promptly located her kid while conversing with others. As she whispered to Louis, her smile altered somewhat. Prince William was astonished and unsettled at meeting Camilla's gaze. Camilla maintained her composure despite a fleeting moment of doubt. The event underscored the intricacies of royal familial relationships, especially across generations. King Charles often engages with his grandchildren in the gardens of Highgrove House, participating in play and storytelling. Camilla, in contrast, has shown more detachment from the Wales children. Louis's forthright comments indicate that even royalty has challenges in unifying families. George, Charlotte, and Louis Wales partake in casual family gatherings with the Middletons, engaging in games and outdoor activities. During the carol service, the royal family exhibited a more relaxed and restrained demeanor. They remained composed as the atmosphere changed. A few staff members murmured, although the majority of guests disregarded the unexpected development. This event exposed genuine emotions and stark reality, notwithstanding the organization of royal functions. Speculation circulated around clandestine familial deliberations to address the matter. Although the palace fostered unity, Louis's remarks underscored the family's challenge in reconciling public responsibilities with private lives, as well as traditional royal customs with contemporary familial dynamics. The youth were forthright, and the royal family's close connections were evident throughout the carol session. Louis's candid remark may have disturbed the parents, although it showed that affluent families also grappled with dysfunctional relationships. Thank you for watching the video. Please let us know your thoughts, and goodbye for now.